Hi, I'm Gabrielle Claiborne, and my pronouns are she, her. I chose to be a part of this Queer Love Letters YouTube series because, as a transgender parent of 3 grown children, coming out to my family is not a straight line. As is the case with any LGBTQ plus person who embraces the truth of who they were always meant to be, it's as much the family member's journey as it is the person who is coming out. And while each of my children continue to have their own journeys regarding my transition, my daughter Samantha has embraced it as a beautiful unfolding of the best version of her newly discovered parent. Samantha, since your birth, I have been an engaged father with you, your brother, and your sister, all the while secretly navigating an internal gender dilemma which I had no words to describe to myself, let alone anyone else. After coming out to you on our way home from the Voice audition in Memphis, Tennessee, I felt the weight of all those years struggling with the idea of, can I really be me without losing everything in my life? Leave me with every tear that I cried. Despite all of the perceived fears, you were a safe and validating place for me. As I reflect on that pivotal moment in our relationship, I now know why you were a haven for me. It was because your heart was also being shaped by your own life lessons that you so generously extended an olive branch to me in much the same way that they had been extended to you. Your love and acceptance spoke life into me that day and reaffirmed to me that I will be okay. I'll never forget the first time that you met the authentic me. Being unsure of what you might experience, you leaned in with curiosity, vulnerability, and courage. That day was the beginning of you courageously getting to know the real me, and the day that you gave me a chance to begin reconciling the damage that I had left in my inauthentic wake, in hopes of rebuilding our relationship on a solid foundation of honesty and integrity. Since those early years of figuring out what reshaping our relationship would look like for us, there have been numerous celebratory milestones throughout our journey that exemplify your true character and love for me. Like that moment when we were out at dinner, and after spending time getting to know the real me, you turned to me and said, "You're actually a better parent now as your authentic self." It was at that moment I realized that me being true to myself was not only benefiting me, it was now benefiting you as well. In that lesson, you yet again inspired me to continue leaning in to what being the best version of myself could actually look like. And then there was Father's Day, when you reached out and asked, how would you like for me to celebrate this day with you? In your wisdom, you recognized how challenging that day could have been for me, while at the same time committed to finding a way to celebrate and honor what that day meant for us in the new form of our relationship. You found a way to unselfishly meet me where I was and not force me to be inauthentic. As a result, we reframed that day as Parents' Day, a win-win for both of us. These are just a couple of examples of your intentional and continued willingness to embrace the unconditional love that we have always had for one another and not allow the fear associated with the form of who I was becoming and have always been to be a wedge that has torn so many other families apart. Your commitment, courage, and vulnerability to lean into difficult conversations that sometimes lead to tears, grieving, loving each other from a distance, understanding, laughter, and so much more is a reflection of your own willingness to be a responsible contributor to our future. Samantha, with all the ways that you have embraced and celebrated me, I want to reciprocate the gesture. You mean the world to me. And it's simple. I love you.
Thank you for watching this episode of Queer Love Letters. Like, subscribe, and share this expression of love. Visit us at www.queerloveletters.com, where you can inquire about submitting your very own queer love letter and join our email list. Brought to you in part by queer-owned jewelry company, Aharry. Check out the Pride collection at www.aharry.co. This YouTube series is inspired by the best-selling book, Authentically Authentic. It's a journey, not a destination. Get your copy on Amazon today.